Well, hello and welcome back. So today was weekly contest 88 and we still have time. So I'm just going to the solution for the given problems. I hope you have participated in the given round. So we had four problems and I think the problem number A is like quite difficult, like seeing problem number B and C, like they have almost the same submissions, like 800 submissions given 10,000 users have tried. Looks like people haven't able to figure it out. Well, anyway, we'll just go through each of the problem, think about the thought process, and I will just try to explain the solution as well. So the first problem says that we are given a word and we have to remove one character from it, and we need to find out if we can uh, make such that all the frequency of all the characters is same. And the word's length is 100. So we can just brute force on this one. So I did is uh, I stored the frequency of every string such that I omitted the ith character of it. And after you store the frequency, you just count that if the frequency of every element in the map is same or not. So if we find just one occurrence of it, we just return one, else we return zero. So this was pretty easy one. Next problem says that you have to design a data structure such that it can perform these operations. What this operation says is you are uploading a video and you have to find the largest prefix you have obtained so far. So what does this mean is, um, so let us say that you are uploading a video and you uploaded this video as well this video, but haven't uploaded these videos as so far. So the common largest prefix is 0 still. Now suppose you have uploaded this video, the prefix becomes 1. You uploaded this video, then prefix still remains 1. Then you uploaded this video, the prefix becomes 5 in this case. So you need to tell what is the largest prefix given that you are uploading this video, and it is given that the video every time is unique. So the way I did is it's more like you have to it's the way I did it is, suppose we have uploaded some amount of videos in between here and here, and suppose I'm uploading this video now. So once you uploaded this video, you need to keep a count on the largest as well as the smallest, the starting point as well as the ending point, so that you can have calculated length that these videos are uploaded so far. And once this starting position hits 1, you know that you have now a prefix which is uploaded. So I kept a map which is a start and end. So start stores that is there any video which starts from here? If so, then what's the endpoint? So it stores the endpoint, and end stores that if this is the endpoint, what's the starting point? So whenever we get a video, we get a starting point and ending point initially to the current video. And if any videos ends at the previous position, then we update the start one. And if any of the video starts from the next video, we update the end position. So this is the end position here. So once we get the start and end, we update our maps as well, that if that's the starting position, that's the ending position, and so on and so forth. If the starting position is 1, we just update our answer to the max of whatever the length of the prefix is. And whenever we call the longest, we just return the answer. So this was problem 2, which was quite easy. On to problem 3. So problem 3 says that we are given two arrays, num1 and num2, and we just make a pair which is a bitwise XOR of all the elements of AI to of number 1 to the num2, and we just need to find the final bitwise XOR of all these pairs. So what does this mean is, so suppose we are given two num array, this and this. Okay, let's just take it in a different way. So let us say that the first num array was A, B, and second was just C. So we need to first, we are given an array, there is a array 3 which is the all possible bitwise or XOR of num1 and num2 elements. So this is the array. And finally we need to find the bitwise XOR of the array 3. So this is my array 3 here. So all I need to find is bitwise XOR of these elements. So in this case, the answer, the C and C just goes away. So answer is A and B. So we need to find the bitwise XOR. The key observation in this is, suppose n and m are the length of the array. So let's say the length of array 1 is 5 and array 2 is say 2. Let us just keep it simple first. So let us say the first array's length is 3 and it's 2. And let the elements be A, B, C, and it be D, E. So we can say that for every A, there would be a XOR with D and E. Similarly, with every B, there would be XOR with D and E. and similar with C. So we can say that in the final XOR array we have A would occur 3 times, B would occur also 3 times, and C would also occur 3 times. Similarly, you can say that for D in the pair, the occurrence of D would be for this D. Sorry, D would be 2 times, because for A would be A XOR D and A XOR E. So yeah, there will be 2 times every one of them. And for D, we can say that D would be 3 times and E would be 3 times as well, because D would be once going with A, then B, and then C. And when we need to return the final XOR. So we know that if the number comes even times, the XOR would be 0. So all these XOR, the contribution XOR would be 0, and the contribution XOR in this would be D and XOR E. So what we can observe here is if the length be n and m, so we can have 4 conditions. So if this is the length is even and this length is even, which means that element would contribute even times, and for m2 the element will contribute even times, so answer would be 0. If this is even time, this would be odd, and this is odd time. The length is odd and this length is even. So we know that for every element of n, they would be occurring odd number of times, because when we were XORing with the second array, they would have odd number of pairs. So in the end, we would be just left with the element with array with element n, having element n. That is the first array. So in this case, the answer would be just the XOR of first array. Similarly, if this is odd and this is even, the answer would be just the XOR of all the elements of second array. And if both are odd, we just take the XOR of both the arrays. So yeah, that's the solution for this problem. So we just do the case study. If both are even, one is odd, the first one is odd, or both of them are odd. So that's the solution for this problem. Moving on to next problem. So next problem says that we need to find a number of pairs such that this condition satisfies. And what this condition is, let us see. So condition says that let A be the first array and B be the second array nums2. So it says that AI minus AJ should be less than equals to BI minus PJ plus some difference. Let us say K. So we need to find all the possible pairs IJ such that this is possible. So I is less than J. We need to find all these possible pairs. So what we can do is let us just rearrange this equation and see what we can get from it. Let us say this is AI minus BI should be less than AJ minus PJ. So what we can say that let this be some other array PI. So we need to find the pair such that this condition holds true. So that PI is less than equal to PJ plus PK. So the final problem comes to this one. So we need to find the number of pairs as that this condition holds true. And what is PI? PI is just the difference array of AI minus BI, the difference array of first array and the second array. So before I jump to the solution, let us just walk through. So first I had an array, which is just the difference of two arrays. Now to calculate the answer, what I did is, suppose I'm on the current element, PJ, this element. So I need to find, let us say the current element is 3 and the value of k is 1. So I need to find all the values which are less than equal to 4. And since this value is j, which means we are looking for some I, which means so far the elements we have processed in our array, in these array numbers, we need to find all the elements which are less than equal to 4. What do I mean? Let us just see it again. So suppose we have worked on this much of the array and we are currently working on this array, this element, and let the element be x. So I need to find how many elements are smaller in this array and this part from 0 to j minus 1, such that these values are less than x plus k. And remember that the given elements are not might not be sorted. Yeah? So they can be in arbitrary order. So how to do this? So if they were sorted, you could have just applied upper bound or lower bound to find the count of the elements in this given range. But yeah, here the elements aren't sorted. So one thing you could have done is, since the array element is like 10 to the power 4 minus 10 to the power 4, so you can just construct a Fenwick tree of size 2 into 10 to the power 4. So you can like just shift the origin, you know, from 10 to the power minus 10 to the power 4 to 0. So let this like, so if this is minus 5, you can consider minus 5 to be 0, and like 5 to consider as 10, and you can just make Fenwick tree of this. So how can you use Fenwick tree is, suppose there is an element, say a number 5, which in this array. So 5 would say that yes, I have came in the array now, so just tell my future ones that I have came so far. So what 5 would say that increment, add a frequency of 1 from number 5 to whatever the last the size of the Fenwick tree you have. So it would increment 1 in this one. And when you are just querying, so suppose this value is some value 10, so you need to find all the values less than equal to 10. So you can just query the value on 11. So it will just give you the number, how many numbers are there which are less than 11. The alternative you can do is, I used ordered set. So what ordered set does is, it's just simply same as uh, it stores the number in a sorted order. Like you can just assume that it stores number in a sorted order, and you can just the only difference from normal set is like you can get an index of the values in the sorted form. So it has two values. You can just read about it anywhere on net. So it has two values, order of key and find by order. So these are the value, the description of these methods. So what I did is, I just find the order of key of whatever I have to find, that is array j plus difference plus 1. So this is the all the elements which are less than this value k plus 1. So all these value, among all these value, how many values are less than this value, and just add to the count and then insert it to the set. Finally, we just return the answer. So yeah, this is for today's contest. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.